When it comes to cancer prevention, there's no better way to start than your diet. Along with exercise and avoiding bad habits like smoking, it's one of the few things you can control, since genetics and environment are mostly determined by something else. While we still don't have enough information to understand the development of cancer, it has been shown to be heavily influenced by your diet. There are several studies showing that a higher intake of a certain nutrient and food could be associated with a lower risk of this disease. In general, a diet that is rich in cancer-fighting substances predominantly consists of plant-based foods. It's recommended to fill at least 2/3 of your plate with the following cancer-fighting foods. Number 1. Folate-rich foods. Folate is a B vitamin that is naturally present in many food items like citrus fruits, peanuts, beans, spinach, and Brussels sprouts. It is such an important nutrient that manufacturers of cereals, pastas, and breads often fortify their products with folic acid, which is a form of folate. It plays an important role in cell division and development, including making DNA and other genetic material. The idea is that when someone has low levels of folate, these important cell processes can't occur correctly, leading to the development of mutations in DNA, which raises the risk of cancer. Number 2. Cruciferous vegetables. These vegetables belong to the cabbage family that include kale, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts. Interestingly, cruciferous vegetables seem to release anti-cancer substances like sulforaphane only when they are being cut or chewed, which is another reason to eat slower and chew your food properly. Studies on the effect of cruciferous vegetables show promising results against prostate and colon cancers. In fact, in animal studies, sulforaphane and other cancer-fighting substances could actually shrink the size of tumors. Number 3. Berries. Basically, all berries contain anthocyanins, plant pigments that have antioxidant properties. Antioxidants have many different health benefits as they fight against free radicals that otherwise cause cell damage, which often leads to inflammation and increases the risk of mutations in DNA. Anthocyanins have been found to slow the growth of cancerous cells in the early stages and also the growth of the new blood vessels that would feed the resulting tumor. Even though scientific studies typically work with concentrated berry extracts, adding a few servings of fresh or frozen berries to your daily diet can also be quite beneficial. Number 4. Vitamin D. You're probably familiar with the role of vitamin D promoting healthy bones, largely by aiding the absorption of calcium. However, medical research suggests that this vitamin is not only good for your bones, but it might have the potential to lower blood pressure, boost immunity, and even inhibit the growth of cancer cells. One study has indicated that increased intake of vitamin D can lower the risk of breast cancer development by 50%. Food sources of vitamin D include milk, eggs, and seafood. On the other hand, nutritional guidelines based on new research findings suggests you need an optimal dose of 1,000 IU of vitamin D a day, which is not attainable from food sources only. Luckily, we've also got sunlight to make up for it. From just 10 minutes of sun exposure, you can soak up as much as 5,000 IU of vitamin D. Number 5. Curcumin. Curcumin is a yellow spice that flavors lots of Indian dishes and is also the active ingredient of turmeric. It is considered to be a super anti-inflammatory spice. Inflammation plays a role in the development of many diseases, and cancer is no exception. Thanks to its anti-inflammatory abilities, curcumin appears to prevent the transformation and proliferation of cancerous cells. By sprinkling curcumin into your favorite dishes, you could be adding a little bit of color, flavor, and some cancer protection to them. Number 6. Ginger. Ginger is a traditional spice of the Asian cuisine. It's another great antioxidant and anti-inflammatory food. It's often used to cure nausea, but in the near future, it might become an integral part of cancer treatments. Researchers have discovered ginger's ability to kill cancer cells in two distinct ways. One of them basically makes the cancer cells commit suicide by altering their genetic program. The other way is through a process called autophagy, in which cells degrade unnecessary or damaged components within themselves. But in this case, cancer cells are tricked to completely digest themselves. Even though these findings were obtained from in vitro studies of cell lines that don't take the rest of the human body into consideration, research seems promising. Number 7. Tea. This comforting and highly customizable beverage is loaded with flavonoids, which have strong antioxidant properties that are your best line of defense against free radical damage. One flavonoid, called camphorol, has shown protective effects against cancer occurring in the reproductive systems. So, keep on enjoying your tea year-round to boost cancer prevention. Now that you are well prepared with information, the only limit to the diverse meals you can make from these cancer-preventing foods is your own creativity. As always, stay healthy.